People of New Babylon, how are we doing today? Brothers and sisters of New Babylon, I'm happy to be here with you. It is another wonderful day with purpose and moving forward. What does that mean? That means taking another step forward in the chapter of New Babylon. The us expanding is no longer just an idea on paper.
Hey, shut the up. I'm announcing that, dumbass.
Oh shit, okay.
The f makes you think you have the honor to do that? Stick to your little merchant's guild, buddy.
So with that being said, that is why growth is important to New Babylon and the Merchant Guild. We're gonna be working with the
Dude, I had like a whole thing ready to go. This guy crazy.
Post and outpost, which will help us not only make it a hub for just buying and bartering and selling things, but also importing, exporting resources that we lack. So we can move out the things that we produce in exchange for something that we lack in New Babylon, to help us stay stronger, to help us grow. So with that being said, I do want to thank everybody for helping out with the recent material move when it came to the Merchant Guild. Every material move across Babylon, we're just not building things, okay? But it's also building an opportunity. And that's the most important thing in New Babylon. It's expanding that. So thank you.
Thank you, Merchant Guild.
Thank you, Merchant Guild.
Thank you. Sup?
Today, Sebastian, we having a sermon today, by the way? Today's Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, amigo.
All right, guys, reminder, every Wednesday, we do have a sermon right after the meeting. Is Basim around? Are we having a little spice thing today? I don't know if he's around or not.
He's over there, my lord.
He's to your left.
Did he just say not today? I can't hear him very well.
Not today, not today.
Not today, he says.
All right, perfect. Hold on. Gotta take a hit of this. Oh, I think I just took too big of a hit, low key. All right, sorry about that. All right, as Sav mentioned, yes, that shit's important, but we can get back to that in a minute. Real quick. A couple things to go over. Guys, life is a wet sandcastle. What does that mean exactly? What do you think that means, Zeke?
You could always fall over.
That's right. Slowly over time, if you're not tending to it, caring for it, starts to collapse. That is how you should look at your lives here in New Babylon. Make sure you are always waking up with motivation, a plan if you can. Obviously, we're human beings, and creativity is a fuel and a resource that sometimes feels very rare. But we should try our best to wake up with, some motivation to progress. You are a wet sandcastle. Make sure you're not falling apart without realizing, becoming stagnant. Before you know it, you're in the middle of the ocean and the boat is left without you. And before you know it, you'll start to drown. As these fucking idiots who are coming in late. I don't understand how you're showing up late to town hall meetings. You guys know 2, sometimes 3 hours after storm, you should be around town ready for this fucking meeting. Why are you showing up late? I have no idea. There's a tradition that's already been set forward. It's been how many days, Sab?
Almost 50.
Almost 50 fucking days.
I apologize, Mark.
I don't give a fuck about your apology. 5 bubble are you fine for each motherfucker that showed up late, Harry. Again, you guys already know 2 hours after storm, sometimes 3 hours, depending on who we want to be around, we do a town hall meeting. There's no reason why you should be late. As a matter of fact, there's no reason why some of you shouldn't be sitting in these chairs 5 minutes before the meeting. Already ready to fucking go. 50 fucking days, ladies and gentlemen. There's no excuses anymore. Back to my train of thought. Where was I?
Sandcastle.
Sandcastle. Thank you, Arush. So make sure to reflect, guys, on what you're doing. How you're waking up. What's your attitude for the day? Are you wandering around waiting to be told what to do? Are you waking up with a plan? Motivation to progress? To expand your mind. Expand your horizon. That is today's theme. Expansion. Think about how you can expand your businesses to to do more, to provide more, to give more services. Think how you can expand the tools you have in your metaphorical tool belt to support the people around you. Think how you can expand your knowledge so you can offer more to the people around you. Obviously, we have the exam. Now, I will be honest. My backpack, over the weekend, I go up to the forest to pray to Shai Halud, and I lost my backpack in the forest, and I'm really trying to find it. And I was supposed to be, find it about 2 days ago, but it seems the backpack keeps moving around. So I'm really hoping that after tonight, I'll have my backpack back that's got all the exam books in it. So exam is TBD, which is good because it's allowing you guys to have more time to study. I heard some study groups are forming. People are testing each other. This is what the test's purpose is all about. People really learning what the history is here. Whether from the past, where we pull inspiration from, or whether from the past, which we were actually involved in. It's good to at least hear that people are motivated to learn. With that being said, learning. It's very important. It seems to be the theme here, the tool that we utilize mostly to learn is books, which is amazing. It's great. In all my ventures, I think this is probably the one with the biggest focus on it. With that being said, the library will be introducing a publisher certification. More details to come on that. But just be ready for the reality is if you want to be publishing books within New Babylon, it all must run through the library, no matter what. I don't give a fuck who you are. And in order to be wanting to publish books, whether it's for your business or short stories or whatever, you must be a certified publisher within New Babylon. To do that, you will inquire with CJ, the library, once they're ready to, introduce that system. But just keep that in the back of your minds for now. Then moving forward, any books that are published or want to be published, you must be a certified publisher on behalf of the library. Any questions on that? All right, good. Again, immediately after the town hall meeting, we will go to the church for the sermon. And there's no spice, show, whatever, today. So just a sermon. Expansion. Couple of big projects that are being worked on. Probably the one that's actively being spearheaded by Edgar. It's the expansion onto the island. Now, what does this mean exactly? Well, it means many things. One, this is obviously a giant step that we're taking, which could also bring a lot of problems. Hope to God nobody else is listening outside of the people here, but the reality is we are expanding, which means we are acquiring territory, which means we are growing. And the bigger you get, the bigger target you might draw on your back. So we must keep that in the back of our minds. We don't really know, and again, hopefully nobody's listening besides us here, when, when certain governments are going to take notice and have a problem with what we're doing. And we don't know how they're going to react once they realize these things. And the bigger we grow, the more people will start noticing. Nobody gives a fuck about a shitty little trailer park in Stab City. But now the walls are being built, towers, 5G towers, bridges, gates on top of expanding. We don't know how people are going to feel about that. So we got to be ready for it. Now, on the positive note, expanding means that we're obviously looking to, progress, move further into the future, into our goal. What is the point of this expansion? Well, the island will have many uses. I'm sure it will come up with over time. Currently, its two purposes will be aviation and import-export trade via the ocean and water channels. So harbors and docks and shit. The idea there is where boats will be manufactured and planes and whatnot. Is Skipper back yet? Is he here?
No, he's still in the woods.
Okay.
Yes.
Sleeping in it.
Obviously, Benny and Skipper are spearheading all of the automotive shit. They were also spearheading the hot dogs, and then naturally we split the hot dogs into its own entity that's now it's now ran by Speedy fucking Arush. Probably shouldn't be saying that out loud, but it is what it is.
Who cares?
So naturally, automotive will probably split again into aviation. I know there's a few people that might be interested in the manufacturing of the planes and the boats. If so, don't think you can just wake up and get your hands involved in that. You got to learn how to build shit. If you want to learn how to build shit, you go to Skipper, you go to Benny. They come to me, and if they approve, we can start teaching you, and then eventually you specialize, whether in boats or aviation, which is 2 vacant positions right now. So for the ones that are still looking for roles to kind of dive deep into, 2 just opened up for you, since you're too lazy to figure out yourself.
Did you say those again, Marduk?
Say what?
Those 2 roles?
No, how about you listen, buddy?
Yes,
Now,
sir. Thank you.
moving forward. The name. Edgar, have you come up with a name, or can I just give it a name right now?
I mean, we've been calling it the Sacred Isle of Monte Cristo of New Babylon, but go ahead, senor.
Ah, Monte Carlo.
The Sacred Island of the Monte Cristo of New Babylon. That's what you've been calling it? Do you want it to be named that?
No, I will leave it open to Marduk to name it.
Well, if we want to stick to, paying homage to the inspiration we pull from, which is quite obviously Babylon, there's a god that they call Shamash. And this god essentially symbolizes guidance for sailors and aviators. So I was thinking the Shamash Isle would be good.
Shamash. All right, I like it.
The Sacred
Like
Isle
it.
of Shamash.
Or the Sacred Isle of Shamash. There you go. That will be in the history books. Maybe on your exams. Again, exams, guys, TBD. Hopefully, we can start kicking them off tomorrow. Again, I'm not sure how we're doing it, whether one big test or we just give people tests as we see them. Just be ready for it. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, likely next week, which just means more time to study. Now, since the exam has been mentioned, it's very important to clarify that any information or things you think might be on the test post that announcement will not be. Does that make sense? So, questions of expansion and shit, or, anything else that we've touched on post the exam announcement will not be on the exam. So don't feel like you have to learn all this shit we're talking about today, for example. Or at least be prepared to be questioned on it. You should probably learn, but you get what I mean. I think that's pretty much everything that we wanted to touch on. Obviously, again, a reminder, when Skip returns, there's no egging on of him to break his exile of silence. If you are a culprit in that, you will be just permanently exiled. Again, very important tradition to set here. When one of our people pay for their sins via, any punishment that was sent, given to them, we are expected to move on. Give them the opportunity to reform. We're not going to do what the outer world does and hold that grudge and that mistake you made against you for your entire fucking life. That'll be our downfall. People are expected to be forgiven, and we move forward. That understood.
Yeah.
All right. We do have a short story for today. Today's theme, again, is about expansion, but many forms, not just physical. This story was called The Shores Beyond the Walls. When the people of Babylon first gazed across the waters to a small island beyond, many wondered aloud, why risk it? The city already thrived within its walls. Its markets rang with trade, its streets bustled with laughter, and its codex bound the people together. Why stretch themselves thinner? Why claim more than what they already had? But the Marduk stood before the council and spoke with a steady voice. If Babylon is to live, it cannot stand still. Just as water must flow to remain pure, so too must we move, explore, and create. This island is not just land, it is possibility. To build docks is to open our hands to the seas. To raise towers for flight is to open our eyes to the skies. Expansion is not greed, it is survival. It is growth. And so the ships set sail. The people carried timber, stone, and hope across the waves, building new docks where no dock had stood, shaping runways where once only gulls had landed. The island became not just an outpost, but a promise. Proof that Babylon's strength lay not in comfort, but in its courage to expand. Yet as the years passed, the people realized this lesson stretched beyond the waters. For merchants, it meant daring to start a new venture rather than just clinging to the safe stall. For artists, it meant trying a brushstroke they had never painted before. For workers, it meant learning skills that once seemed beyond their reach. The expansion of Babylon's borders became a mirror for expansion of the self. To remain still was to wither. To move outward into new ideas, new businesses, new creations was to truly honor the spirit of Babylon. And so the saying was carved above the gate of the island. As the city expands its shores, so too must you expand your horizons. Let's go to the church.